What's up, guys? It's Jughead here, just a down-to-earth guy trying to bring you some down-to-earth content. Welcome back to my Let's Watch Hunter x Hunter series. Today, we are continuing the 1999 series. We're going to be watching episodes 4 and 5 today. I believe, if my memory serves me correctly from the turn of events that happened, we had a little bit of filler last episodes. And I think now, if it makes sense, I forget what the order is. We're either going to be on the island, and we're going to be approaching that old grandma that asks that riddle that Kiriko answers correctly. And then I think we get to the shapeshifters. If these episodes are both canon and not filler, I think that's what's going to happen today. I'm not sure. And if so, I will be, of course, interested to see how closely it ties into the series that I'm on, the 2011 series, because then I can okay, if they're both similar, then it must be the manga. And if there's differences, then I can amalgamate them and be like, okay, I understand the manga. You know how it goes. No real talking needed, since this is the more chill of the Hunter x Hunter series, where I'm just going back in time, watching a different series, more for the art style and for the differences. Now, you know how it is. I don't really need to talk. We just need to watch and enjoy together, and that is what we are about to do right now. And I'll see you in a few seconds. So, Hunter x Hunter 1999, episode 4, first, in 3, 2, 1, let's watch. Are we getting canon or are we getting filler today? I'm content with either one, but it would be nice to get the story going canon-wise. We have landed on the island, and now all these people have to go on their ways. This is the starting line. Yep, Zaban City. Yeah, so... Oh, this is where his charm, and the captain's gonna give him a little point in the right direction, I think, because he likes him. Because the whole thing with Gon is he has a charm to him. He can win people over. Now all these people are gonna go this way, but I'll tell you where to really go. Yeah, shut up. There we go. Just because I like you. If it wasn't for Gon, you wouldn't be getting none of that info. He's the only guy that probably thanked the captain and really showed that he's got what it takes. Won him over. King, don't worry. The child of a hawk is still a hawk. I like that. Now, who the hell are you? I don't remember you. So we are getting canon, because this is all what I watched. Trust what the old man says. He is the moderator. Don't be such a cynic. I think this was in the original show too, or some guy lied to them about a bus. Yeah, Kiriko don't trust his ass. Anybody with cut off sleeves like that, like a douche, don't trust. Oh, wait. Man, I forget. Oh yeah, I think, man, it was so long ago. He takes the bus and he gets fucked over.
船長の言葉がどうのというより、ゴンの行動に興味がある。しばらく彼に付き合ってみるさ。
意外に主体性のねえやつだな。じゃあな、短い付き合いだったが元気でな。気をつけてな、レオリオさん。今のこっちゃね。おい、待ってくれ。
It's so weird watching and not having Kilo around. Because he doesn't exist yet. I remember these creepy people. They're fucking with you. They're messing with you. I'd be like, fuck this. This is like some Mason cult. And you're about to. With Kurapika and Gon. Looks exactly like the 2011 version, I think. Even down to the $2 teeth. This isn't going to Zaban City. That guy, Matthew, tricked all of them. It is nice getting a refresher course, because I forgot all these, like, nuanced details and stuff. And now y'all about to die. I don't remember this at all. This man's suicidal or what? I forget why Matthew isn't trustworthy to these guys, though. Oh, whoops, I accidentally paused. Oh. Gon is so naive, yet helpful. He is strong for a 12-year-old. Exactly. Some kid carrying your bum ass up the hill, and he's still trying to help you. Shut the hell up. Oh, your sprained ankle ain't so bad anymore, huh? And somehow there's a fucking rhino in the forest. You're gonna run away, and your sprained ankle ain't gonna seem so bad. Does Gon calm him down?
立っているやむをえん。
待ってクラピカ。
He is one with nature.
気が立ってるだけだよ。落ち着いて、何もしないから。俺たちは君の縄張りを荒らす気なんてないんだ。だから。
危ない。ゴン。やめろ。
You absolute dumbass.
何しに来たんだあいつ。
バナ？バスが？
まったくひでえ目にあったぜ。
で、のこのこゴンの後をついてきたというわけだな。
So let's start questioning this Matthew guy.
お前たちも俺がいなきゃ寂しいだろうと思ってさ。旅は道連れって言うじゃねえか。だからよ、ゴン。
Friends with the rhino now.
じゃあね。いつまでこんなところで道草食ってるつもりだ。
Hey, you, shut the hell up. Spray Nakel, Trick Leorio. The hell are you doing?
でもよかったじゃない。レオリオとも出会えたし、マシューさんの足も良くなったみたい。
Yeah, you fucking liar.
マシューさん。
Gon may be naive, but Korpika ain't. Now that old bag grandma
でも
has some worthy contestants walk through her alleyways.
なんでわかんだよ、そんなこと。
息遣いがそこら中から聞こえてくるじゃないか。
うん。絹ずれの音もするし、隠れてるのかな。
I laugh. Leorio really has been useless from the beginning when it comes to stuff like this.
普通の人間なんでな。
あ、ゴン。おばあさんみっけ。
おい。なんなんだこいつら。
Okay, that drawing it does not do her just. Gave her like an 8 head. Doki Doki Literature Club?
ドキドキドキドキって何なんだこいつら。おいマッシュ、本当にこの道で合ってんだろうな。ああ、間違いない。だが他の道を行きたけりゃ俺は止めねえぜ。ああ、そうさせてもらうぜ。俺はこの手のバカバカしい罠とやらにはうんざりしてんだ。あのバスだけで十分だぜ。
待てレオリオ。マシューの言う通り道は合っている。
何？
だって他の道には獣や魔獣たちの気配がいっぱいしてたからね。それを避けてあの一本杉に行こうとしたら自然にこの町に。
You have to go through this town.
じゃあこいつら何なんだよ。結局それも罠なんじゃねえのか。
お前
It's a checkpoint.
一本杉を目指してんだろ。だったらこの町を抜けないと絶対に行かれないよ。他からの山道は迷路みたいになっている上に獰猛な獣や魔獣たちが待ち受けているからね。そこの坊やの言う通りさ。あ、見て、船長の持ってたのと同じマークだ。
なるほど。
Hunter Hunter.
この老婆も。これもハンター試験の関門の一つというわけだ。
このばあさんが試験官だってのかい。
Yep.
ドキドキにだクイズ。
クイズ？
Is it going to be the same questions? I would assume so.
考える時間は5秒だけ。もし間違えたら即失格。ハンターになるのは諦めな。
間違いねえ。噂に聞いた似た。
He fails, I think.
回答は1か2で答えること。それ以外の曖昧な答えは全て間違いとみなす。
おい、ちょっと待てよ。この4人で1問ってことか？
その方が手っ取り早いだろ。
でももしこいつが間違えたら俺まで失格ってことだろ。
ありえないね。むしろ逆の可能性があまりに高くて泣きたくなるよ。
でも
Yeah, why would you always work in a group like that? 4 brains is better than 1. He can go on his own. Moron. Even I'm humble enough to know I'm not so confident in myself that I wouldn't take the help of 3 other people. And now here comes your demise. You jackass.
頭を使う勝負は得意だからな。もうお前たちなんぞに用はねえ。なんだとてめえ。
放っておけ。前もって問題を聞いておけばこっちも参考になる。
はあ。
俺はそうだけどよ。さあ早くしてくれよばあさん。
それでは問題。お前の母親と恋人が悪党に捕まり一人しか助けられない。1母親、2恋人。どちらを助ける？
Mother.
本気か。こんな問題に万人共通の答えなどない。
冗談だろう。このマシュー様にとっちゃ簡単すぎるクイズだぜ。ここは
5秒以内に答えな。5、4、
1。
なぜそう思う？
そりゃ母親はこの世にたった一人しかいねえ。恋人なんざまた見つけりゃいいからな。
The answer doesn't matter. As long as you answer. You either choose 1 or 2. The answer doesn't matter. It's just you just give an answer. That's exactly the point.
もう遅い。クイズを辞退するなら即失格とする。
何？
ハンターになる資格はないね。
ゴン。レオリオ。
なんだよ。まさかこんなふざけたクイズ続けろってのか？
このクイズは。
待ちな。これ以上のおしゃべりは許さないよ。猫目の坊やは気づいたようだね。ここからは余計な発言をしたら即刻失格とする。さあ答えな。1クイズを受ける。2受けない。
1だ。気づけレオリオ。簡単なトリックだ。ゴン、お前にも聞こえたはず。ならばこのクイズのからくりに気づくんだ。
それじゃあ。
Or have I forgotten the trick of the quiz because it's been so goddamn long?
誘拐された。1人しか取り戻せない。1娘、2息子。どちらを取り戻す？
パパ、舐めやがって。
2.
5、4、3、2、1。終了。
覚悟しやがれ。
2.
それがお前の答えか。
Just answer the damn question.
こんな答えようのねえふざけたクイズ出して面白がってんじゃねえぞ。偉そうに。答えられなきゃハンターになる資格がないだと？上等だ。
How can you be a hunter if you can't even answer a simple question? Overcomplicating things. It's not a hurdle. You're the one making it a hurdle.
我々は合格したんだよ、レオリオ。沈黙。それが正しい答えなんだ。
沈黙だと？
意味軸も君が言ったろ。きちんとした正解なんてあるわけない。その通り。このクイズに正解はない。けれど答えは1か2でしか言えないルール。つまり沈黙しかないんだ。
しかしさっきのマシューは
正解だとは言ってない。通れと言っただけだ。さっき彼の悲鳴が聞こえた。
Ah, I am an idiot. I completely forgot.
我々を出し抜こうとして自ら墓穴を掘ったんだ。つまりこの道は正しい道じゃないのさ。
ご名答。本当の道はこっちじゃよ。
I am an idiot. I failed twice. And I watched this already. That's how much I forgot. I always knew this beginning part is the part I forgot the most. Why I appreciate watching this again. Everything else, I always thought in the 2011 version, I remember everything so well, but this beginning part is what always confused me and what I always forgot. But they're shapeshifters. I find it so funny how I failed that shit twice. I'm such a moron.
なんだよ、まだ考えてたのかよ。もういいんだぜ。
なんで？
もうクイズは終わったんだ。俺たちは合格したんだぜ。
それは分かってるよ。
なら。
でも、もし本当に大切な二人のうち一人だけしか助けられない場面。
You will have to make a choice.
どちらを選んでも本当の正解ではないが、必ずどちらかを選ばなくてはならないとき、それはいつか来るかもしれない。そう、それこそ。
Exactly. That's really what I said. The point is, you must make a choice. Reality suddenly turns merciless. To prepare for the crossroads you will have to face someday. Losers! And now we get to the shapeshifters. Huh. They reveal the shapeshifters this early. Interesting. Though interesting, we move on. I remember in the first time, the shapeshifters were a surprise, but now we know that they exist.
その正確な位置を把握し、有望なハンター志望者を案内するのがナビゲーターの役目さ。彼らの案内なしで会場にたどり着くのは至難の技と言われている。
That's why it'll be interesting if we do get to follow Killua on his own hunter exam, everything that changes. Will we see Satots again and everything, but what circumstances will change? Will we see any familiar faces? Just piss in a corner in the cave. Time to get wet. Or we run around. Lies, truth, Kiriko. I forget, is Kiriko the species name or the guy's name? I forget. I think Kiriko is the name of the shapeshifters. Like what they're called. Yeah, how about you be useful instead of stop complaining? What did it say? The magical animals you were meant to fear before are now your allies. Again, Leorio being useless.
ゴンは無理だな。クラピカも背の高さで失格。ってなるとこの中では俺様だけがナビゲーターのメガネにかなうってわけさ。
Whatever you say.
そうなの？
Keep talking out your ass.
それだけはない。
なんだと？
やはり単なる腕っぷしの強さだけでなく、他の何かが必要になるだろう。
あ？
教養とか姿勢とか。
The vibe. It all comes down to the vibe.
一番優れたところをアピールすることだ。優れたところ？自分で気づいていないだけで、ゴンには優れたところがいっぱいある。
Because he's so humble.
少なくともレオリオよりは。
俺の場合は度胸だね。どんな化け物が出たってへっちゃらだぜ。
Loch Ness Monster.
レオリオ、後ろ。
後ろ？
あれ。
There he goes. Not being so useless now. Really putting in that forearm strength now. Oh, they're catching some airtime. There he is contributing. Nice. Nice.
おい。
これ遺跡なの？古代スミ族のもののようだ。読めるの
？I can't read that.
あまりに欠損箇所が多くて、はっきりとは言えないが、この遺跡を汚す者に警告を与えている文面のようだ。
おい、そんなもんより一本道はどこだよ？あのばあさんが言ってた道はよ。
道ならその道だよ。
なんか遠回りみてえだな。一本道って言ってたぜ、あのばあさん。
一本道だからといってまっすぐ目的地に伸びているとは限らない。そうだな、ゴン。うん。
お説ごもっともでございますよ。
Now let's see how close this is to the 2011 version. Because I remember this quite well. So then I can know how much they took from the manga if both adaptations are so similar. This is where Gon really shines for the first time in the group. I really do like how this show is just so much more calm. Like, it doesn't try... It's comfortable in its silence. Whereas the other show, I get annoyed when there always has to be music in the background, or there's so much dialogue or talking. Like, I like that here, it's just like, calm. We're comfortable in the silence. We're comfortable in the calmness. You can express tone and exposition and atmosphere in complete silence and just let what you're looking at and the bugs in the background speak volumes. You know what I'm trying to say? But he's a shapeshifter too, and so is she.
レオレオ、怪我人を頼む。
ああ、任せておけ。
Because he's a doctor.
どこへ行った？
And he... To impress them, like it said, you have to impress them. What do you excel at?
何？
And that's what Leorio excels at.
この闇に閉ざされた森の中で。
And this is what Gon excels at. And Kurapika is not going to be able to catch up to him. He's going to catch up to the magical beast. And he's going to recognize that one of the shapeshifters is not the one he was chasing. He can recognize the voice and the look.
人の言葉を話せる獣を総称して魔獣と呼ぶんだ。奴はキリコと呼ばれる変幻魔獣だ。
Kiriko, okay.
人に化けることもできる。油断するな。
Kurapika excels at intelligence and logic. Him, it's pure physical ability. Yep, he not only caught up to the shapeshifter, he landed a hit on him. Was actually faster than the Kiriko. And then he's going to encounter another shapeshifter and be like, "You're not the person I was chasing earlier."
あなたは怪しいものではない。どこか痛むところはあるか。
And then Kurapika, with his logic, his intelligence, is going to know that this person is not who they say they are.
似ている。
With the markings.
このところへ連れて行ってください。お願い、お願いです。この入れ墨は。
これでしばらくは時間を稼げる。だがその傷じゃ可能止めがもっと必要だ。
Now that the back is turned, transform into a shapeshifter, but he won't be attacked because he's already impressed him. And impressed by his resolve to help others. No fear that you would do this for another person. And he has excellent bedside manners.
追っつけ帰ってくるさ。で、そのミダクドソウのありかってのはどこだ？それでしたら。
Yeah, I don't remember him just straight up disappearing before. But he's gonna sense it. Even when he's invisible. Oh, or is he not invisible, but he just moves so fast? I don't remember. I don't remember this part, though. Nope. That is not Leorio. That is a shapeshifter.
心配なさそうだ。見た目ほど傷は深くなかった。今は家で痛み止めを飲んでぐっすり寝てるよ。
そうか。それならば。
何をしやがるクラピカ。
あいにくだが魔獣に知り合いはいない。
なぜ偽物と分かった？
本物であったとしても同じことをしたさ。
何？
私は怪我人をレオリオに頼んだ。
Leorio would never abandon.
レオリオはそれを承知し、
He would never abandon.
その怪我人を置いてのこのこ現れるようなやつには 同じ鉄槌を食らわしたと言っているんだ。
And that is gonna be the shapeshifter that Gon encounters and be like, "You're not the same guy."
一つ答えてくれないか。あなたは一体何者だ。
薬草探しも楽じゃねえぜ。うわっ。
Or I'm getting mixed up, but I remember the plot correctly. I'm still doing good here. You're not the same guy.
さっきのお返しは高くつくぜ。
お返し？
覚悟しな。なぜ予見？
だってお返しされる覚えがないもの。ねえ、君誰？
You're not the same guy. Yep. See.
まったく義理がたい性格も考えもんだな。お。やべえぞこりゃ。こんな状態で魔獣に出くわすなんざ絶対絶命万事休すってやつだぜ。
そう、私の正体は魔獣よ。でもどうしてわかったの？
その入れ墨だ。その入れ墨は古代スミ族の女性が神の妻となり生涯独身で通すことを誓って彫るものだ。その女性になぜ夫がいる？
Ooh. Nice. The logic. Kiriko read the history books.
魔獣ってのはよっぽど底意地が悪い生き物らしいな。まああの顔がそれを物語ってやがるか。あ、あれはなるほど。からくりが読めてきたぜ。
That's the injection site.
あの傷は俺たちを騙すための偽物だったってわけか。医者の卵の俺様がそれを見抜けなかったとは情けねえぜ。
何のことだ？
おめえあの一軒家の旦那だろ。この右腕の注射跡が動かぬ証拠だ。一発逆転、ゲームオーバーってか。
Hell yeah.
君は俺が追ってたやつとは別。
I like Leorio's weapon a lot more in this show than the other.
邪魔するなら相手になるけど。
なんで別だとわかった？
だって顔が全然違うじゃん。声だって君の方が少し高くて細い感じだし、注意してみれば森の木のどの葉っぱが散ったのかだってわかるよ。それに比べたら君たちの違いなんて。滝壺から上がった時入れ替わったんだね。
おい、あんた来なよ。めったにない面白いものが見られるよ。何年ぶりだろうな。うちら夫婦を見分けた人間は。嬉しいね。
And was the person Ging?
声とか顔
Or Jane?
わかるか？
いや、全く。
ちなみに俺とクラッカに殴られた方が旦那さんだよ。
だからどっちがどっちなんだよ。
以前には嵐が来るのを当て、今度は魔獣を見分ける。得意な才能だな。
He is special as hell.
君たちも察しの通り、我々夫婦がナビゲーターだ。
私、娘です。
僕、息子です。
や、
Oh, I forgot there's 4. I'm a moron.
あの一本杉の一軒家で 夫婦ものになりすましておりました。
そしてクラピカ殿が言い当てた通り、この入れ墨は神の妻となる誓いの入れ墨です。古代史に長けていないとまず判読不可能。博学をもってこのヒントを見逃さず、私たち二人が夫婦でないことを見破ったその眼力、敬服いたしました。
Nobody more perceptive than a conjurer. And nobody more perceptive than Kurapika.
あなたは偽物の傷に気づかなかったものの、傷に対する応急処置の的確さ、そして何より妻の身を案じるふりをしていた私に対し、
Oh yeah.
ずっと力強い励ましの言葉をかけ続けてくれた。あなたの優しい心根には感動いたしました。
よしてくれよ、恥ずかしい。
さらにわずかな注射の後から正体を見抜いた洞察力の確かさ、称賛に値します。
そしてまさに10年に一人、我々夫婦の知恵を見破った観察力、
Once in a decade. His father was the last one. I don't think they said that in the when I first watched it, that they said once in a decade. I don't think they said that. And then they scoop him up and fly him.
度胸が取り柄じゃなかったのか。
いよいよハンター試験の本試験が受けられるんだ。
That's the same shot I think I remember. And I love that shot.
どんな試験なんだろう。
Hell yeah. So, let's discuss a bit. Remember, short discussions. We finally got some consistent canon. I really enjoyed going back to watch these again because I obviously forgot a lot from these very early episodes. Particularly the episode with the grandma and the trick question. I just find it hilarious how I got it wrong all over again for a second time. Even on a second watch, I somehow still failed that. I just find that so funny. I don't know why, but I couldn't recall back well enough to the first time I watched the episode. But literally every episode afterwards, I feel like I very clearly remember. Like, I remember pretty damn well the plot to the shapeshifter episode. So then, that's what makes it even more interesting to go back and watch it all over again. Different creative vision, but the same plot, knowing the future story, so you can sense that foreshadowing of the early character development and sensing where it will lead. That's the most fun, and you do get that in these two episodes, like remembering that Kurapika being perceptive enough to notice the tattoos on the woman, alongside having the education and knowledge on ancient history and culture, and for him to come to the conclusion that he did, logically reasoning she could not be who she says she is. They were impressed by his perception, which, as we know, or as I've described, based on the personality analyses, no one is more perceptive than a conjurer, and no one is more perceptive so far than Kurapika. Kurapika's perceptive abilities is one of his most valuable by the point in the story we are currently at in the 2011 version. Or seeing Lurio care for others without hesitation, knowing of his past, and that influencing his desire to be a doctor and why he wants to become a hunter and what he's doing afterwards after the exam. Though, the main takeaway was that major line of dialogue present in this watch through today that is one that I do not remember at all from the 2011 adaptation, because I feel like I would have remembered such an important quote. If I am mistaken, then shame on me, but when that one shapeshifter said something along the lines of, once in a decade has someone been able to tell the difference, or something like that. That is big. Once in a decade, meaning the last person able to do what Gon did was indeed his father Jing. Just as Gon was the only other one to predict the storm while out on the seas, like his father before him, it's the same deal here. Like the captain said, the son of a hawk is still a hawk. Son of a hunter is a hunter himself. Like it's manifest destiny for Gon. Always meant to happen. And I don't remember this idea being conveyed so clearly the first time around. Or maybe it's just the fact hindsight is 2020. So it's easier for me to see what's going on. And maybe my memory is just failing me, and that quote was also said at first, but I just didn't really latch onto it because I didn't know what to do with it. There was no reason for me to hold on to it because it was only until the episode 20, late 20s and stuff, or whatever episode it was, where Gon has that conversation with his aunt Mito, and we get all this backstory. Well, in the 1999 version, it's the first goddamn episode. But I do think both versions were very similar to each other overall, leading me to assume it's portrayed this way, pretty much the same in the source material in the manga, if neither stray too far off course from one another. Maybe for a few minor changes or additions. Like I have no recollection of a rhino whatsoever in the 2011 version. I don't know. And going walking up to it to calm it down. I don't remember that. Possibly because it could be because it nicely ties into what we have seen so far with him freeing the animals in the cages in that filler episode. Speaking to that giant animal, I always forget what its species name is. Getting close to it, as well as raising one of its kind back home on the island. While we get none of that into 2011 adaptation, that would be because it would just feel so random because we have no other connections to it because we didn't get that in the 2011 series. But it makes sense in the 1999 series because it's playing into the stuff we already saw. So you get things like that, and that's fun. The 2011 version knows what to keep in and what to keep out. And it's just nice to see the old version keeps in some of that nuanced character development and character building, which I think lends to the fact that the 1999 adaptation feels much more subdued and calm than the 2011 adaptation, which tries to pick up the pace a considerable amount and keeps things moving. I do like how the 1999 version is comfortable in silence, where there's this literal 30-second stretch with zero dialogue, no music, no action, just time passing by, the group traveling along with the sound of nature filling in that silence in the middle of the night. And it creates an atmosphere. I'm not leaning to either side here. I can appreciate both adaptations for the creative direction each has. The 1999 version is definitely visually darker, in color palette and desaturation, which fits the mood of Hunter x Hunter very literally from the moralistic philosophical sense to portray that visually. It does get kind of dull at times, like what am I looking at because everything is colored the same, especially when it's that old standard definition and not 1080p minimum. I do wish to see some color, which is what I like in the 2011 version, because then Madhouse and the writers have to, creatively use other ways to convey these same themes, but they're using color more dynamically. They use such heavy saturation to their advantage, by then playing with contrast and irony and things like that. Plus, like one of my favorite directors is Wes Anderson. His use of color is so recognizable and iconic. You can see a single frame and instantly know it's from one of his films. So I naturally kind of lean to color, I guess, that way. I talked about the music too. The 2011 version plays a lot of music. I hate the drum soundtrack. I don't really like the upbeat score as well that they use sometimes. You know what I'm talking about, probably. There's not many moments of just silence where no music is in the background. But when they use the correct music, it amplifies the scene so well. And when they use the music that I do like, it's the best. The grungy, gritty guitar and drums, or the times they play the gospel choir-esque vocals, or the orchestral scores, that's when I miss not having that in the 1999 version. So what I'm trying to say is each have their unique personality traits. I'm not even going to say strengths and weaknesses. I'll call them personality traits. They're so different, the two adaptations, that, I'm too fucking lazy. I don't even care enough to want to compare them that way. There's no point. They don't deserve that. So, not really a point. But I think after this is going to be when we arrive in the tunnel and the exam will officially begin. We'll meet Tonpa for the first time with his nasty can of soda. Hisoka will cut that guy's arms off. Killua will roll in up on his skateboard. Satots will do his skipping, etc., etc. I checked animefillerlist.com. I think episode 7 is pure filler. But at least the filler episodes that I like so far, they don't feel like filler. I enjoy them. I've enjoyed the filler episode so far. So I'll watch it for the next video, episodes 6 and 7. I'll include it in there. I enjoy it. So we'll do that. But, short discussion, easy discussion. I think that's where I'm going to end it to get today. Before you go, if you made it to the end, like the video to support the series, and subscribe if you haven't already to stay in the loop on our journey. Keep the conversation going down in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, where I post my photography and my personal life. Remember, I always offer early access and exclusive Let's Watch series to my supporters on Patreon. Having said all that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, thank you, stay dangerous, be yourself, and I hope you have a good one. Peace.